Namaste to all of you. Happy Independence Day. Today is the 75th anniversary of Indian independence. We got our independence from the Christian British rule in 1947, August 15th. Now, what is the achievement of Christian British rule? Christian British looted India to the tune of $45 trillion. This is from the paper submitted by JNU professor Utsa Patnaik at Columbia University, America. British looted India to the tune of $45 trillion. Professor Utsa Patnaik, a renowned economist from Jawaharlal Nehru University, Delhi, submitted a peer-reviewed article at Columbia University, America, which again is well renowned for economic articles. And as per her, the loot was to the tune of around 9.3 trillions, and along with the interest for the last 75 years, the value of the loot today will be equivalent to $45 trillion or 3,500 lakh crores of rupee. Christian British also killed more than 12 crore Indians by man-made famines and uncontrolled diseases like cholera and Spanish flu. Spanish flu killed more than 2 crore Indians in 1919. Professor Utsa Patnaik of JNU University submitted the paper at Columbia University, and the loot was to the tune of today's value would be $45 trillion. Professor Utsa Patnaik is a Marxist professor, and she has written many books on imperialism and the loss to the country ruled by the colonials, and these are well accepted by world over economists. Now, we should remember that colonial rule always is a disaster to the countries ruled. Now, Oxford University conducted a seminar. If they wanted to prove that the colonial British rule was good to the Commonwealth countries, and India was represented by Shashi Tharoor, who was the earlier Joint Secretary at UN, and he clearly stated and proved that Christian British rule destroyed Indian education system and looted India, which later came as a book of an era of darkness. And even today, after all this, the skeptics in India, Marxists and the Christians say fail to understand what was India for the last 2000 years. Oxford University professor Angus Maddison was asked to review the world economy under the various economists for European and American universities to know the millennial perspectives, and India was the richest country along with China for more than 2000 years till 1820. The year of 1820, India was supplying more than 16% of the world GDP, which came down to less than 2% in 1925. Christian British looted, destroyed Indian economy. The entire Europe and America was developed with the money looted from India and Africa. India was one of the richest countries in the world, and Africa was having the world wealth. So now today, economists of the world know this. It has been published in various papers, and one of the earliest to say this was Andrew Gunder Frank. So now the world historians and world economists know that India was the richest country for more than 2000 years before the Christian missionary controlled British looted India. Now, this has to be spread widespread to all Indians. And to be very frank, in 1930, American pastor and an Indian correspondent, Reverend J.T. Sunderland, wrote a book called India in Bondage. It's Right to Freedom and a Place Among Great Nations, where he quoted extensively from the British records that Christian British was looting and destroying India, and India deserved freedom. And this book was rightly totally banned by India. And Gandhiji mostly referred this book when he gave the speech in 1931 in the Round Table Conference at London. It is not just Reverend Sunderland, it is also the world-renowned historian of the 20th century, Will Durant, who wrote a 10-volume series of world history, wrote a book called Case for India, which again says that Christian British was looting India and Christian British was a disaster to India. Professor J. Utsa Patnaik very clearly proved this. See, India was ruled by Christian British, and the British officers who came to India has to take training for Indian civil service, and this was controlled by Christian missionaries. The next myth they are spreading is that Indian education was controlled to very few people, and it was only the Christian British which gave education to all the society. You can see the map, the sketches above, which proves that all over the world education was with the elite class, and it was spread only after 1820s. And Gandhi and Dharampal wrote a book called the Beautiful Tree. Actually, this was to develop from what Gandhiji said in 1931 in London conference, and he wrote a 5-volume books, and which he very clearly proved, as per the British census records, that education was widespread in India. It was not this only for the Brahmins. It was given equally to other castes such as Vaishyas, Kshatriyas and Shudras, and as per Christian British census records, education was widespread among all the other 4 varnas also. So education was given only to elite class all over the world, and you can see the census, the records from all over the world. Almost only after 1920 or so, it was widespread all over the world. When the Christian British left India, it was 7%, and today we have touched 70%. The next myth is an Aryan myth. As per the theory, Aryans came to India, and as per the theory of, again I am quoting Harvard professor Michael Witzel of Sanskrit, who says that Tamils are Dravidians who came later. As per by Bishop Caldwell, Tamils are very closer to Russian Scythian language, and they came much later and via Khyber Bolan. Please stop all this nonsense. And today Germany has agreed to repatriate $1.3 billion or 9,000 crores to Namibia for the colonial rule and colonial loot. Now British today, if it wants to repay, they need to pay the next 20 years of the GDP or the total income of all its citizens, virtually not possible in today's world. But we need to educate all Indians that India was the greatest country in the world in technology, education and even economic wise. We should make India proud again. Let us unite as Hindus. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram, Bharat Mata ki